Today I'm going to be making my first creature for a game called Alien Zoology. In Alien Zoology, you play as a party of scientists that roam the galaxy looking for creatures to capture and bring back to your zoo. I'm going to be basing this model off of a D&D model from 2003 that's made out of PVC. It's a maw demon, I think. It might have been called something else. Yeah, it looks like it's called an abyssal maw, but I think they changed it later because there's a World of Warcraft thing named that. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to get rid of the mold lines, and this actually proved really difficult with PVC. It didn't respond well to the scraping with the knife method, and trying to just straight up cut it made a lot of Mars in the model. I then start smoothing out the mouth that wrapped around the creature so I can start sculpting my own features on it. So this creature, I rolled the traits off of a random gene table and a random action card table. Its traits are coprophagy, which means it eats poop. It's lightweight, and it has an unusual number of eyes. In this case, I picked one to make kind of a cursed Mike Wazowski. Its action cards include flatulence and fly. So I'm thinking in my head that this creature might be kind of large looking, but it's really just like full of gas, and it uses that gas to fart and fly around. So with that said, I started trying to sculpt the fart hole for this creature. I was originally thinking doing something where it's like a deep hole that you can kind of see into. I ended up not liking this after kind of trying to sculpt it a little bit. I feel like it's like almost a little too graphic too. Yeah, especially for YouTube. But yeah, so I was trying to widen it a bit. I eventually settled on doing a kind of cartoony X, and I feel like this worked really well. I just cut the X into there, and then I shaped the X a little bit by dragging the knife around. I then started working on the eye. I made a ball of green stuff, and then I did the eyelid as two separate sheets of green stuff. Ideally, I should have let the ball dry a bit more before trying to sculpt the other features, just so I had a real hard thing to sculpt around, and I didn't have to worry about squishing it, but I was just real careful. I managed to not really squish it, but it would have just been easier to sculpt the eyelid. I didn't like how thin the upper eyelid was, so I started to bulk it up with some more green stuff and just start blending it in. This started to give like a nice hooded eyelid look, I think it's called. Like the opposite of a monolid. And then so I sculpted that into the bottom there. And just kind of pushed up some stuff I wasn't super happy with. And here we go. Here's our creature. So I got some cool stuff in the mail recently. I got Trent's Permadeath Mini. I'm pretty sure you know what this is already. And then I also got some model dinosaurs from a stranger on the internet, which is pretty cool. I'm going to be using these to make more creatures for Alien Zoology. I'm also going to have the person that sent me these roll a creature, and then I'll send them a model. I'm trying really hard to get the quality of these up as fast as I can. I ordered a better microphone to attach to my camera, and then I'm also working on getting it so I can actually see what my camera's recording when it's recording, which will make these a lot easier to film and just will look a lot better. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.